All right. Well, thank you for coming to our live, Kevin. There's a few questions our staff are gonna interview with.
Okay.
Our first question is introduce yourself and tell us a little about yourself as well.
Sure. Well, thanks for doing this. I really appreciate this. My name is Kevin LaChapelle, and I'm the CEO here at San Diego American Indian Health Center. I think it's a privilege and an honor to serve here. I love everything that we're doing here. Love the community. My background, I came from Kaiser Permanente most recently, and before that, Sharp Healthcare and Prescani actually, and then Sharp Healthcare, and then Scripps. And so I'm into community service. That's kind of my passion too. Love the outdoors and things, but I also love the things that we're doing here for our patients and the work that you all do as well.
Okay, thank you. Next question, what are you most passionate about the urban native community?
I think for me is making sure that there's strong quality care and access to care. I think that if we delay care for people, it's denying care. So for me, my goal is always to where people can get in here very quickly when they need to. I don't like where there's this wait. And so that's one of my big focuses. The other thing is mentoring, providing mentorship like that you all do, developing young people to be future leaders. And then I love the work that is being done to reinforce the Native American culture and how we infuse it in everything that we do. I think that's very important, very powerful.
Yeah, thank you. What do you see in the future of our clinic and our community?
Well, I think for our clinic, we definitely have to grow. And what I mean by that is, right now at the current location, the things I hear from patients is there's no parking. It's difficult to find ways down here. And also it's hard to navigate because this really wasn't designed as a clinic. So I think we've made it work, right? We've made it work for a long time. But I think that there's going to be a time where we're going to have to look at either relocating, like right now, we have responded to a RFP, the request for proposal for the city of San Diego for another site that would be a brand new clinic, timeline of about 3.5 years. So that could be incredible. It's too early to know if that's going to happen. If it does, I think the power in it is the fact that we will get with our Native community to talk and get their feedback is what do we want this clinic to look like? What do we want it to include? What are the things that we really think bring value then also with our staff, having our staff be able to say, for what I'm doing, it'll be important for me to have X, Y, and Z so that it can be designed around the processes that everyone's using. Like for example, for you all saying, hey, for our youth, it'd be important that we have this, or hey, we really need a good cooking space, maybe that has like a camera built into the room that we can do cooking shows as you all have been doing, but have it expanded. So I think those are things. The other thing I would love to see if we have more space is to actually get pediatrics, have a very robust women's health program, and even have imaging where we can actually have an x-ray machine, and then also have an urgent care that has after hours. I would love to see 7 days a week, maybe open till 10, and if there was the demand, have it open more. But I think those things are really important. The current site we're looking at is, I think, ideal because 68% of our patient population have a drive time of less than 7 minutes to that location. So that would be good. Now, if that doesn't work out, there's other options, right? I always look for plan B. I always hope for the best, but prepare for something that may not go well. So we have next door that we could consider demoing and building up there so that we have more space. So I think definitely growth is a big thing, and then also being in tune to the community and really asking them what is their hope, what are their goals, what do they want to see us do. COVID has helped us learn a lot, like behavioral health has shot up because so many people struggle with anxiety and isolation and all those things, while dental had a tough time, right, because they aerosolized things. So I think COVID's helping us learn a lot and see a lot about ourselves so we can better ourselves. And I'm proud of the team because while some places were shutting down, if you think about it, all of you stepped it up. You engaged the community more during this time, and I think that's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Is there anything else that you haven't covered yet that you would like to tell the San Diego Native community?
I would say just would love to get feedback, have opportunities like we have the white cards now where people could come and jot down, accolades saying, hey, this staff member was really good for this or that. but also to give us ideas, you know, to say, you know, it'd be helpful for this or that. And I'll give you an example. I remember one time someone told me, you know, it's hard when we have to schedule members of our family all throughout the week. It's very difficult to keep coming and going. For me, I would look at that and say, we got to find a way that we say to a family, come on down on this date and time. One of your kids will be in the dentist. Another one's going to be getting their flu shots, getting physicals for school. And then have it to where they can be down here for 1 hour or two, depending how big the family is, and have everyone taken care of, so they only have to come down here once. Things like that, I think, totally can be innovative. And then the other thing is just the quality of care. Getting better and making sure that we constantly are improving, and that the staff here, that we are looking for opportunities for certifications, like you're going to school, you know, for your masters, and I think that kind of stuff is helpful, because the more we all grow, we can position ourselves better to be there for our people, and I think that's important too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, one more.
It's all yours.
If there's people out there that are interested in healthcare as a career, that we want to have a pipeline to help people kind of start. For example, you could go and get a certificate to be a medical assistant in just a couple of months. And then you could say, you know, while I'm here, I want to start going for the LVN program, and then an RN program, and then you're a nurse practitioner. So I think there's a lot of opportunity. Healthcare is, I think it's powerful to be involved in healthcare, because we impact so many people. And if we look at our parents, for example, as they age, we see the quality of life challenges, and we get to actually have direct impact in helping people have a better quality of life with all the work that we do. So I think that if there's any young people out there that are not sure what they want to do, I think it'd be nice we start doing internships and having people come here to get an idea of what does healthcare do, what about counseling? How could I look and see what does that look like, so that maybe that's what I want to do. So I would encourage people to do that, and then also elders being involved, so that we can have more of that partnership of the elders with the youth. That's such a powerful thing that can never be underestimated. I mean, the power of that mentorship and wisdom that crosses the generations, I think, is incredible. So, but thank you so much for this opportunity, and thanks to the community for always helping us learn and grow, and we look forward to learning more.
Well, thank you, Kevin, for taking your time with us. Join us next week. Next week we have Jill Sherman Warren at 1 p.m. October 14th via Zoom, and she'll also be on Facebook. So everybody turn in next week, and we'll have Jill. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.